Today I'm going to expose a silent killer of retirement planning, and it's not inflation, it's not market volatility, and it's not taxes. But all of those matter. I'm talking about something far more personal. And the worst part, most people don't even realize how much it's costing them until it's too late. According to Pew Research, more than 1 in 4 middle-aged adults are providing financial support to both a parent and at least one child. And the weight of that, it's crushing. And we're talking about burnout, guilt, empty savings, zero time for yourself. And if you're caring for your kids and aging parents at the same time, you're part of what the experts call the sandwich generation. But I call it what it really is. It's a financial ambush disguised as love and responsibility. I've spent 33 years in wealth management. I've seen dozens of smart, well-intentioned people lose their financial footing, not because they were reckless, but because they tried to help everyone else. But the pattern stops today, because I'm going to help you take back control. Let's identify the real problem here, and then I'll give you a plan for how to get through this season. Does this sound familiar? Are you helping your adult kids with rent, and cell phone bills, maybe even student loans? At the same time, are you driving your mom to appointments and quietly covering her groceries or prescription expense? If that's the case, then you're living the double life of the sandwich generation. It's emotionally draining, and unless you're independently wealthy, this pace is financially unsustainable. Most people don't even realize how much they're giving until retirement sneaks up and there's not enough left. So the real problem, this isn't a one-time expense, it's a lifestyle of slow erosion. And it can gut your retirement while you're distracted by the responsibilities from every direction. Not taking responsibility for your future means you are setting the stage to repeat this cycle. Remember, you put on your oxygen mask first, then you help others with theirs. So how do you escape this trap without abandoning your loved ones? How do you help without wrecking your own future? Well, stick around, because I'm giving you a foolproof plan to survive the sandwich squeeze and still retire on your terms. So step 1, you got to run a 360-degree family cash flow audit. Now, this isn't budgeting, it's triage. You have to map every dollar that's going out to support others and ask, is it temporary or permanent? And if you don't see a timeline, what you thought of as support, it could be turning into an unofficial entitlement program. Step 2, adopt our 3-tiered support system. Now, this is unique. Here's how it works. Tier 1 is the temporary boosts, one-time support for emergencies or transitions. So think of covering a deposit or a medical bill. And Tier 2, shared responsibility. You help, but with limits. Adult kids have to pay rent, and involve your adult kids in the family budget. Let them see how the household functions. And if you have siblings, they need to chip in for caregiving. If they can't provide financially, emotional and physical support can be just as valuable. Everyone must have skin in the game. In Tier 3, it's boundary reinforcements. These are the non-negotiables. Your 401k stays untouched. Your IRA doesn't become a family checking account. Now, you might be thinking, what if my parents don't have enough for their needs? It's okay to say no. Not everything has to be a financial gift. Adult children, they should contribute or take on part-time work. And your parents could qualify for Medicaid, veterans benefits, or other programs, but they won't access any of these if you keep covering everything. And if you ignore these rules, you just might become the burden when it's your time to retire. Now, step 3, it's reversing this guilt narrative. You're not selfish for putting your retirement first. In fact, you're strategic, because when you protect your future, your kids are protected from having to take care of you later. Now, that's real love. That's real leadership. And step 4, use smart tools, not just emotion. Get an elder law attorney on board for advice on the use of things like a family trust or power of attorneys or guardian documents. These people are great at helping you plan. And additionally, if your parents have money that needs to be protected, that elder care lawyer, they're adept when it comes to protecting assets. I also want you to explore long-term care policies before that's too late. Depending on your parents' financial situation, it could be a lifesaver. And then set up automatic retirement contributions and make them untouchable. And talk to your financial advisor about how to allocate limited resources across all of these competing demands. Remember, emotions make promises, systems make progress. Now, step number 5, it's communicating early, clearly, and often. Don't wait for burnout. Call a family meeting, lay out your limits, share your plan, invite participation, not dependence. You're not cutting them off, you're inviting them to grow. If this has been valuable, do me a favor, hit like and make sure you subscribe, because every week we're helping you build wealth, protect your future, and maybe even outsmart the system. Now, on to the next step, because this one may be one of the most important. You're the backbone of this entire support system. If you collapse, everything else follows. So, step number 6, prioritize your stamina and schedule some me time. Schedule yourself like a client. Build strength like it's a financial asset, because it is. Seriously, if you're running on fumes, everyone suffers. Whether it's 30 minutes to exercise, journal, or just sit in silence, treat this just like any other obligation. Take care of yourself. Being in the middle of this so-called sandwich, it brings stress and emotional fatigue, maybe even depression. Get into a support group. Getting encouragement from someone who's already walked in your shoes, believe me, this can be invaluable. Eat well, get plenty of exercise. Keeping yourself strong, it is key when you're in the middle section of this sandwich. Total non-negotiable. Here's the truth. The sandwich generation is real, it's draining, and it's growing. But you don't have to be a casualty. Run that cash flow audit. Set tiered boundaries. Reverse the guilt. Put systems in place, and do it before it's too late. Communicate with courage. Being in the sandwich generation, it doesn't mean you have to be stuck in survival mode. Of course, the pressures are real, but with planning, boundaries, and support, you can navigate this season without sacrificing your future. This isn't just a season, it's a defining moment. Now, please share this with someone who's caught in the middle, and let's stop pretending that sacrificing your future is the price of love. It's not. It's time to lead differently. Now, let me know in the comments, where do you feel the squeeze the most? Is it your parents? Is it your kids? Both? And speaking of retirement, click or tap to watch this video that we did on some of the biggest lies surrounding retirement. We're releasing videos like this every week with strategies that help you take control of your money and your life.